Star Trek. Khan retcons Marla McGivers' story in the original series. Few romances in Star Trek are as strange or as memorable as the relationship between Khan Noonien Singh and Lieutenant Marla McGivers. Introduced in the classic episode Space Seed, Marla's story has long been one of the franchise's most controversial character arcs. Now, with Star Trek, Khan expanding the legendary villain's history, the franchise appears to be quietly re-examining and retconning parts of Marla's original narrative. In the original series, Marla McGivers served aboard the USS Enterprise as a historian with a fascination for powerful figures from Earth's past. When the Enterprise discovered Khan and his fellow augments in suspended animation, Marla quickly became captivated by him. Her admiration evolved into romantic attraction, even after Khan attempted to seize control of the ship. The episode portrayed Marla as conflicted between her duty to Starfleet and her growing feelings for Khan. Ultimately, after Khan's failed takeover, Captain Kirk allowed Marla to accompany Khan into exile on the planet Ceti Alpha V. The decision was presented as a willing choice, suggesting she preferred an uncertain future with Khan over returning to Starfleet. However, that interpretation has always raised questions. Khan manipulated Marla emotionally, threatened the Enterprise crew, and used intimidation throughout the episode. Modern audiences often view the relationship through a different lens than viewers did in 1967. What once appeared as a sweeping romantic adventure can now seem far more complicated. That is where Star Trek. Khan enters the picture. Recent stories surrounding Khan have placed greater emphasis on his manipulative nature and psychological influence over those around him. Rather than depicting Marla simply as a love-struck officer abandoning her career, newer interpretations suggest she may have been caught in the orbit of Khan's overwhelming charisma and calculated control. This subtle shift effectively retcons the original understanding of Marla's motivations. The focus moves away from the idea that she willingly betrayed everything for romance and toward a more nuanced explanation involving Khan's extraordinary ability to dominate and influence others. It does not erase the events of Space Seed, but it reframes how audiences interpret them. The change also aligns Khan more closely with the villain fans know from the film Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. That version of Khan was driven by obsession, vengeance, and an iron will capable of inspiring fierce loyalty among his followers. Reconsidering Marla's story through that lens makes her fate feel less like a romantic choice and more like another example of Khan's powerful influence. In doing so, Star Trek. Khan modernizes one of the original series' most debated storylines while adding new depth to both characters. Rather than contradicting history, it enriches it, proving that even decades later, Khan remains one of Star Trek's most fascinating figures.